Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and we have got a new update for Arc Raiders, the update 1.3.0. This is following the update 1.2.0, which was the Stella Montes upgrade, which brought a number of changes, new map, and then along with that, some couple of balance changes, mainly the Wolfpack grenades, couple of XP changes to some of the Arc machines, the security breach nerf, right? Stuff like that. So yeah, this went live a few hours ago. We didn't play Arc Raiders today. We'll be playing tomorrow. Kind of like taking a break, just trying not to get too burnt out from playing too much Arc Raiders throughout the course of like 2 weeks now. So yeah. Apart from that, so let's see what are the changes now, right? So balance changes, items, deadline. So deadline is the new mine, the one that does like 1k damage, right? The buy value has been increased from 8.1k to 15k, so it's more expensive with the trader. Selling value goes from 3 to 5k. Crafting is now a little bit more expensive. It's now 3 explosive compounds plus 2 arc circuitry, no longer synthesized fuel. I mean, it makes sense to have synthesized fuel, right? Because it is an explosive, so having two, well, I guess that the 3 explosive compounds kind of make up for it. And the deadline trader stock is now 1. It's changed from 3 to 1. Oh my goodness, they nerfed the trader in terms of deadline like crazy. I think this is the response to pretty much everyone putting up so many videos of doing so many hoarding deadlines in their stash and doing crazy arc takedowns, going and planting on a rocketeer, planting it on a bastion, planting it on queens and matriarchs, right? I will be honest, I have also done a little bit of deadline hoarding myself, which makes sense, right? It was quite cheap, affordable, right? So they decided to make it a lot more expensive, so it's a little bit more rare, right? Difficult, but I still think people can still get it, but not as much, right? So you can get 1 in the trader life cycle, so you can keep getting 1 or 3 each time. Cool. So that's like the big one big number. So it's difficult for us to obtain the deadline. If you have a blueprint, sure, cool, but else getting it from the trader is now a little bit more difficult. Right, power cell value is from 640 to, okay, so the nerf the selling value of the power cell. Okay, I guess people, I mean, I was holding power cells as well, but that's to make as many shield recharges as possible. But yeah, I guess people are selling power cells to get money as well. Okay, they're really making sure people can't make as much money from selling stuff. Launch ammo, interesting. They're doing another change to launch ammo. What now? I remember correctly, they did one in the previous one as well, right? Launch ammo value from 100 double trader cost. Okay, yeah, so they changed the value cost of it and the crafting materials refined for it. Okay, so launch ammo is basically the ammunition for the hull cracker. So the old one was 10 launch ammo for 6k coins. So this is what you could buy from the trader. So that's pretty much 600 per round. And then the new bundle basically is 6 launch ammo for 4.5k coins. So that's some quick math. 750 750 per ammo. Oh my goodness, that's a nerf towards the players. It's more expensive. They're getting less ammo but more expensive. What the hell? Sell value goes from 200 to 250. Okay, so they increase the sell value again. Crafting, once again they've increased crafting from 4 metal parts, 1 explosive compound to 1 arc motion core and 2 crude explosives. Damn, we are going to need to stock up on crude explosives now, like a lot. I need to start holding crude explosives. Damn. Launch ammo crafting is available at the workbench without needing for the blueprint. So then what the bloody hell were we doing the freaking quest for? I mean, like, are we going to get compensated for the quest? I mean, look, the quest was easy, but extracting with the blueprint for that quest was quite hard, right? Rival raiders did not make it easy. The Venator. Okay, this should be the big nerf to the Venator. The fully upgraded Venator has been overperforming recently, capable of outgunning full squads using close range weapons. We are retuning the fire rate gained from the upgrades to pull down the pacing a bit, while still keeping its damage and accuracy intact. This should encourage players to take some more time with their shots rather than mag dumping the first poor soul they encounter. The community rightfully pointed out that the weight of the Venator was inconsistent with the weights of our other pistols, so those values have been corrected as well. Reduced fire rate goes from 22 44 60 to 13 26 40. Okay, so the maximum fire rate can go up to 40%. Increased weight from 2 to 5, so the Venator is more heavy also now. Right, so that the weight is consistent. Okay, so they nerfed the fire rate basically of the Venator. It still packs the punch, but you can't mag dump people anymore. I'll admit I've done this. People have done this to me as well. It was the nature of the Venator, right? It was the ultimate PvP weapon. I still feel like the Venator is still good. I might need to give it a try to see, but I still feel 40% at max. I still feel like this is still quite okay. It'll be interesting to know, like, the already upgraded Venators, whether these values will be rebalanced, whether they will be changed. If someone has if someone already has a level 4 or level 3 Venator, will it retain the old values, or will it retain the new values? I mean, ideally it should be updated to the new values, but we never know, right? Explosive damage. DevNote, we noticed the explosive damage explosives dealt damage to more parts at once than intended. Well, it's an explosive. It's supposed to damage all nearby parts, right? Allowing weapons like the Hullcracker to kill larger drones too quickly. Now, I don't understand the need. Now, Helldivers also started doing this, and it quickly became an issue, right? They were nerfing the PvE elements for players and buffing the PvE elements, right? Nerfing things that are inside in a PvP setting, in the whatever is related to PvP, nerfing those is understandable. But nerfing PvE elements with respect to players, or buffing the arc, they're not buffing arc. They're basically nerfing the one weapon which is very effective, which we use for the PvE, right? So they're making it difficult. They're making it harder to buy ammo for the Hullcracker now. They're making it more expensive to craft ammo, and this will really affect like players who are just starting, right? Players who've just got their hands on the Hullcracker and they're starting to like make their ammo or buy ammo, right? So this is going to heavily affect them, right? Whoever just started using the Hullcracker. Those who've stocked up on Hullcrackers and ammo, yeah, okay. So we've adjusted the explosive damage to make it more. So I'm guessing this affects all explosions, right? Not just the Hullcracker. Or is it just the Hullcracker? Not all explosive damage. So basically the fuse grenade, everything. Adjust the explosive damage to make it more consistent across the board. We've rebalanced the damage of the Hullcracker to account for that change. This will require the Hullcracker shots to be more precise when dealing. So what you're saying is, if we do not hit the yellow joint and it hits a little bit to the side, it'll no longer damage the yellow joint. I mean, the Hullcracker, the name Hullcracker, it's supposed to I don't understand, like the I can understand the need to do this because they want to make the Hullcracker a little bit like, they want to give it some weight, right? This is expensive, right? They want to give it some weight. Fine, I understand the reason for doing that, but this I do not. If you're making the Hullcracker super expensive to craft and everything, then I don't think they should nerf the explosive damage, because it's not like this is not something you use you can use on players, right? This never damages players, right? If this happened to players, I can understand why they're trying to do this, but come on. Rebalance explosive damage against arc for more consistent experience. Explosions on small enemies turrets are largely unaffected. Explosions on small enemies, example turrets, are largely unaffected. Okay, so turrets will still be one shot. Explosions on large size enemies, bastions, will typically deal less bit damage. So it's going to take a little bit more to take like bastions and bombardiers down. Alright, what else? Fixed a bug where arc could call reinforcements outside the map. Right, shredder changes. Shredders will now detect and move more reliably towards low grenades. Yes, I was impacted by this. I had a shredder head towards me and I tossed a lure grenade hoping that he'll follow the lure grenade, but he ignored it and kept heading towards me. So, alright. Shredder movement and handling updates: slightly reduced turn speed, improved braking, stiffer suspensions, and more consistent reactions to impacts for sturdier behavior in combat. Improved Shredder navigation to prevent. Basically, Shredder has better AI now, but reduced turning speed. So, you think we can take the hammer and keep circling around him? And no, but he has his shotguns fire in a radial pattern, right? He has like shotguns in all directions. Alright. I feel like the Shredder is a little bit stronger now. Like he's pathing, he can figure out how to get to you. Trust me, Shredder was already scary enough as it is. Like it's like a freaking it's like the Shining movie coming out, the way it's coming after you. Okay, let's see what else. Reduce volume attenuation from true client. Okay, fine. Map changes. Barricades can no longer be. Okay, so they fixed the bug where people could use barricades to get into locker rooms. So that's fixed now. On to the next glitch people would find eventually. Right, first it was the camera shake, then the barricades to get into locker rooms. That's been addressed. So on to the next one. The dam battlegrounds. Fixed an issue where players would get stuck in the dam control tower elevator shaft. That didn't happen to me. I didn't know. The two places where I got stuck was one was in Buried City in the subway, the benches. I think they addressed it in the previous update. But Stella Montis has this one inside the archives locked room, and I put a shot of it as well, and I don't see it addressed here. There's a collision issue in Stella Montis train station. Remove 2 player spawns. So they fixed a little bit of the spawning in Stella Montis. I mean, Stella Montis is a relatively small map, so the chances of spawning next to each other is quite high. Fix missing visibility current. Yeah, so in the locked room of the archive room, if you go to the corner wooden box and you position to the left of the wooden box in order to kind of like stay out of anyone's line of sight so that you don't get shot, and you try to open it, you open the wooden box, the side of the wooden box opens and then your path is blocked and you can't get out. So they need to fix that. Fix a crash when using Raider voice proximity chat on PCs without AVX2 support. Fix a crash that could occur when surrendering after reconnecting into the session. Fix an issue where scavenging parts from a shredder could leave behind invisible collisions. Fix an issue where trials weekly rollover display. Fix an issue where affiliate traces could become excessively bright at distance, reducing visibility for the players being shot. And Stitcher corrected the player field. Alright, cool. So these are all good changes, right? The Venator nerf was coming, we saw that. The deadline trader nerf, yeah, that was expected, given the way folks were using the deadline, like how easy it was. The Hullcracker stuff is a little bit confusing for me to understand. Like then they made it super expensive, super difficult to craft, and they nerfed its explosive damage against larger arc enemies. Basically, anytime like they decide to like make nerf PvE elements, that's I mean, given how Helldivers has also dealt with these kind of issues, right? It's not exactly fun when you nerf things that work against work in a PvE setting, right? So that's going to be a little bit tricky. Probably tomorrow we'll test out these changes and see how it all pretty much holds up. All right, there you guys go. The patch notes for the new 1.30 update. Let me know what you guys think about the changes. Have you guys tried it out? Do share your thoughts and what it feels like. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next live stream or video. Till next time then, bye bye.